Democrats continue to focus on raising the estate tax before supporting the Obama tax deal. Some conservative Republicans are now lashing out at the spending levels in the bill. Congressman Kevin Brady is a Republican from Texas who sits on the powerful Joint Economic Committee. Welcome back to the show, Congressman.
Gerri, thanks for having me.
All right, so tell me, is this bill going to make it through the House? Will this tax bill make it through the House?
You know, I think it will. At the end of the day, Republicans don't want the largest tax increase in American history to hit families and small businesses. We recognize there's $9 in tax relief for every $1 in spending, and we're going to work to try to offset that spending with amendments before this bill goes to the floor. But I think it comes down to Democrats. Are they willing to allow these tax cuts to expire and hit families or not?
Are there going to be changes to the bill? Is that what you're telling me here?
You know, we're going to push to offset spending now, or we're going to push to pay for it when we have the gavels next year. But Republicans are serious about the spending side. I'm told, Gerri, that there'll be one or two amendments on the House floor dealing with the death tax, maybe limiting the tax relief just to certain families. The Rules Committee will decide it. We don't know.
What certain families do you think are going to get protection? Does that mean big changes ahead for people who are worried about this death tax?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm worried because if the Democrats kill this bill, if they kill the death tax relief for family farms and small businesses, or limit the tax increases, everything's off it's done. And I think people are going to be hurting come January 1st. It's a big mistake.
But the president has called on members of his own party in the House to support this bill. Do you think his endorsement is carrying a lot of weight with these folks?
You know, not so much in the House. Perhaps as the Senate, strong vote in the Senate today, but the House is pretty independent. I think more Democrats are starting to understand how important it is to not disrupt this economy. But the count, I'm not sure if they're there yet or not. Hopefully so.
Of course, we were talking earlier about members of your party breaking away here and saying they don't endorse the bill. Americans for Tax Reform are behind the bill. Is that going to give some cover to Republicans out there who want to support it?
Well, you've got strong conservatives like Paul Ryan and Ron Paul who support this bill. Freedom's Works and Americans for Tax Reform, National Taxpayer Union, strong conservative support. There are concerns about the spending, which is why today at Rules, Republicans are offering two amendments, one by myself and one by Tom Bryce, Jim Jordan, to pay for the spending in this bill. And if that doesn't pass, we're going to commit to do it next session as well. So we're serious about restraining spending.
Well, that would be a very big change. How are you proposing that we pay for the spending?
Well, one of them is to reduce the spending levels in government to the 2008 levels. That's what Mr. Jordan and Mr. Price are proposing. I'm proposing we take the spending cuts from the Deficit Commission and apply that $150 billion in cuts to pay for this bill. I think either one is a pretty good approach and a good start.
Well, you've got a lot of work ahead of you. Big fear, of course, is this tax bill might not make it. We could be ping-ponging back and forth between the two houses. What's your expectation? Clearly, there's not as clear a road ahead as the bill had in the Senate. But are we going to be waiting days and days and days, or weeks or months, or I don't know? How long are we going to wait for this?
Well, I certainly hope not much later than this week. It's critical. We're getting calls in our office from families who are worried about what to do, businesses who are scared about the new tax increases, family farms, and again, independent businesses that could face the death tax. So I'm hopeful that we can provide some type of certainty going forward with tax relief pretty soon.
Well, Congressman, thank you for that. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you very much.